Hello and welcome to the second part of my playing of Stellar Reach. Maybe it's not the last episode I'm going to record, but as said, I only have that one evening to play a bit and record a bit, so I have to probably finish on the weekend. But let's continue. So in the first episode we talked about everything a bit. Now we are going to colonize our inner system here, our start system, which means that actually we are going to, in the shipyard, we are going to queue up 2 more colony ships here, which we are also going to boost, of course, to get out onto the other planets here. That's going to cost us a huge amount of population. So it will require us... no, not. I thought it requires... Let's see afterwards. I was sure it takes population from our planet. There's also a technology we want to rush now, which is, I think, radiation shielding here. Yes. So we went for tissue printing to then go into radiation shielding here, because this one improves our colony ships to have more capacity for population, and it gives us more starting population. So, and we get 10,000 starting machines in our colony ships, which therefore is useful to kick off the colony quicker. And that's really worth it because, as I mentioned earlier, it's all about exponential growth here. So that's exactly what we want to achieve, more or less. Now let's have a look at the system that we are starting to scout, which was the... And where are my ships? So let's see. Where my ship is in... And let's go there. So in Kopal. And just the... So in Kopal we have found, for example, this planet here, the B planet. Hey, let's go there. Can't? Okay, we can only go there if it's owned by us this quick, so we have to do it like this. So this one has 89% defensibility, 62% habitability, and 54% production. So this is a really good planet, actually. It could be one that we might want to consider settling early. Now let's go to a different scout of us. So we go to scout 1 here. Go there, please. And then we go into the planet mode here as well. So this one has a lot of planets. We only scouted 3 so far. But we also have 2 planets here which have decent production and habitability. So there's a lot of stuff that's actually not bad. As you can see here, the inclination to the ecliptic is even worse here, which is quite funny. But we are going home to Lima. We are going to still start on our home system for now, because we don't really have a fleet to protect our outlying colonies as of now, which is something we have to work on over time. And we only have 1 planet to make ships with, which are busy going to make making colony ships here in our system. Actually, we maybe don't want to do... I always make this mistake, so this one here. We actually maybe only want to make a second one here, because I think that the F planet here is not worth it right now. I think we want C and G. Or G is even terrible because 26 productivity. Actually, we only go after C and then we go out of the solar system. And then we go into one of these which we discover. Maybe we can make this work, which means that we, after Lima has finished the two ships here, we actually have to go into... I think 2 javelins and then another cruiser that we, for example, have a 3-2-4s. The javelins can go into the second row. So they are damage dealers in the second formation slot, which we are going to check out eventually.
Research complete.
Okay, we get a new objective, grow a food source. That's nothing we are going to do anytime soon though. We're finished. Gravity interferometry. And do I want to go here? Electromagnetic shield, that's a project for on the planet. I don't think so. Instead, we will go towards magnesium alloys here. So we go into this one, getting us more ship hit points. and then into army hit points, both useful. Which also means that this one down here has finished, and we can decide what we actually want. But for that, we should check out our home planet here, what kind of resources it actually has. So the abundances here are high on food, but food is not exactly what we need, because we don't need growth, happiness, or population requirements here. Instead, we probably want machine materials. So for example, we want to get tungsten, copper, lead, or beryllium here. 19% is decent. So let's go into... This was beryllium, right? Yeah, so we go into copper nanotubes here and get started on this one.
Project complete.
And now the first colony ship has finished. So let's pick it here. And we go to... Well, C, right? Yes, C. We're going to colonize C here. There we go. That's very quick, because we are on a high speed setting here. So we can settle it now. There we go. Colonize the planet. The remains of the colony ship are converted to an army. No. A strong leader emerges while colonizing Lima C and becomes a counselor there. That's what we take. New objective, colonize another planet. We could get a counselor there as well, or we get machines for free. That's both very strong options, because this one, of course, plays into the exponential growth of our economy. This one is more like modifiers for the planet itself. Now let's check it out. We start here with 10,000 machines as the starting value. We don't really have anything else here currently. We don't need to invest anything else, so we are going to just invest into production so that it can reproduce. We could consider going into the technology campus right now, which is going to cost us 2,325 machines. We are going to do this because we get money from it. But if we max this out, we are down to only 28 per month. I think I'm going to do this anyway. And then afterwards into the industrial zone, because the technology campus is more or less paying for the industrial zone. Probably we don't need the hospital this early though on this planet. But it's a question, of course, our population growth is going to be extremely bad, because our health is low from the relatively low habitability, 37%, and therefore the health value is pulled down, because that scales with the habitability. Yeah, we have to see. Actually, maybe we do need this one here, else we are not going to get this planet off the ground at all. So let's start doing this here, but we are not going to... I mean, we're going to see how if you can buff it up or not. But with everything finished currently, we can consider scaling this one down again. Oh, we can't make this... Yeah, we can't make the colony ship because we don't have the population capacity again. So we are actually going to scale this one down again a bit, like this, to get more machines. 157 is a lot this early. And we just progress forward here. And the big question is, where does the second one go?
Battle 1.
Okay, the battle is done. So go home and heal. To C. Wait, to C? No, to D, B. I want to say D is the new one. C can't make ships yet. So we're going to heal there. And now the next one is going to be a lot of technologies that are going to finish. So we have to get a lot of good rewards there.
Complete.
So we finished micro implants here. We could go into... No, we finished tissue printing, sorry. And now we can't go into radiation shielding yet because we have to get nurture robotics first, and then we can do radiation shielding, which is going to be what we want. But more technologies are going to come.
Complete.
So we go into... Ah, come on. For example, this one is also here. So we have two technologies which have this modifier here. It's also a prosperity tech. So we get both paths going to boost up this technology, which is a really neat system. I do like this.
Research complete.
And we definitely go to quantum banking because that's a local project, a very expensive one, 30,000 machines. But it will get us 500 income flat. Plus, of course, more output on the financial industry. So that's really good. And later we get, for example, the Economic Institute here, which is going to get us a lot of money as well. So there's a lot of very strong buffs in this tree. Now the question is, where do we go here? We can get 5% more tech boosting. We can get more knowledge per planet. I think we go this one first. So, because this one is going to boost up quantum supercomputing. This is another district here. Very expensive one. But we do this one and then quantum data analysis. I think that's better. Ooh, what did we get here? More income bonus for 5 years again. Nice. So, same procedure as before. We are going to cut down on our finance investments here. Oh, okay, we keep a bit like this. We could also consider, because we do have barely any industry investment currently here, to buff up our health to 100% so that our population growth is better. And I think I want to do this for now until this event times out. Because now our population growth is much higher because we have 100% health, which means we don't have a death rate currently. So we are getting full growth here. And that's of course really good. Now the next... the colonization just started. So everything has changed again here. Do we want to continue like this though? 100 growth here. Maybe go down to... Let's go to 90% here. Yeah, I think I like this better. So we lose 24 growth from death rates. Okay. I think that's okay.
Scan complete.
And we are scanning through the galaxy here. Our scouts are doing stuff. They're actually moving to the next system now. So if we let them. And we just got technology left by others boosted our knowledge research. So knowledge is this blue one here. So if we just, I think it's more or less 10 years that we chipped off this research here. That's massive. Really good boost.
Scan complete.
And so it's a bit random if you get rewards from scanning, if you can find something or not, but it's really great.
Scan reveals bonus. Scan
and we just got castaways, which means we got more population on Lima C, which is our second colony here. So that gave us about 5,000 population from this. That's not bad because we have a terrible birth rate here because of our low habitability. So that's actually not bad. But that cuts down in our economy, of course, because we have to pay for them, we have to pamper them up, so we can go a bit. We want to reach 100,000 as quickly as possible now, because then we get the next counselor here. So that's what we want. We probably also want to build... No, we have 3 scouts. I think 3 scouts is a good thing.
Scan complete.
Yeah, we have 3 scouts doing stuff.
Research complete.
Okay, and the electromagnetic rigidity is done. Now we go into this one. We could also go into the electromagnetic membranes, but we don't need that project right now. Instead, we want to go probably to... no, this one. Yeah, we go to the alloys here. So that's going to be the next one. Now, to talk about what we saw. So we go... I know what I talked about earlier. Let's go to the fleet here. So we do have 2 ships here. The ones we finished. We can merge these ones up here. So merge the Javelin in there. Now we have a fleet with cruisers and a Javelin. And we can now, if we go into the fleet, we can do a formation here. It automatically did the stuff that I want. So we now have the Javelin in the middle line here. And the cruisers in the front line. It means that these ones are going to more or less tank. And the middle line can shoot freely. So for example, we see here that it has an attack to ships 1.0, defense 1.7. And the cruisers here, for example, attack the ships is 1, attack the squadrons is 2, defense is 1.7, and they do critical hit damage if they want to. But they have a lot more hit points, 3,600. These ones only have 2,100, but they are also a lot cheaper to make. So that's the benefit more or less from this. They are cheaper, can be in the middle line, and therefore can deal damage from there unobstructed, while these ones have to, of course, take the damage from the other ships first. And the more technologies you unlock, the more ship types you can get. For example, the next ship type, I think, is here, the frigate. So, while good at defending our planets until reinforcements arrive, they also increase the longevity of fleets battling away from home. So they are also a frontline ship that you can get, which is good. And I think there is also a ship type here, a destroyer. So they are considered shock troops. I never reached them so far, but I don't know how to position them first. But they, for example, have an attack to ship value of 2.0 right now, while they only have a defense value of 1. So they are worse in the defense, but they have stronger attack. So that's good. And then you get more ship types the higher you go here. For example, we have here the Javelin class 2, which upgrades the Javelin we got to more damage and so on. And the cruisers get upgraded here, and the carrier gets added to the fold here. So you want to see if you want to tech into a certain direction. It branches out further and further the more you go into the higher technologies. So, for example, if you want to rush the upgrade to the javelins here, this one, we would need to get orbital structure architecture here, which means we would need to get these two, which means we need to get these two, which means we have to get these 3. But we could skip the upper ones here. So we could skip these destroyer, for example. But we could also decide to, okay, we only want to go for the new ship type, which means we want to get to the carrier. Then we can skip most of this line here, I think. So we can... No, actually we have to go to most of this actually for the carrier. So this is a very hard one to get, but you can rush the destroyer relatively quickly. And yeah, so there are certain things you can do. And we shouldn't forget that there are these kind of symbols here, so you can actually boost this one up by, for example, doing it by going for industry here into this direction as well. And then you have the other categories here boosting this as well, which means if you really want to push the Javelin 2, we can see that we guide our research tech here to carbon composites, and we also want to do cold fusion. No, this one is boosted by this one. That's this line, actually. So we can only do the carbon research, which is going to be carbon. So that would be this one here. So we need to get to this one to boost up our path to the javelins, which is a nice interaction you can consider. And I really like that concept. Okay, and I think at this point we can more or less speed forward again. So we are going to run out of the income boost that we just found.
Project complete.
But our colony ship is finished. And now the big question, do we colonize the G planet here or do we go somewhere else? So we do have, let's see, we do have here a quick overview of what we already have scouted. So Barrett Ray is scouted. Barrett Ray is this one towards the center here. We have scouted Kopal, which is... No, where's Kopal? Ah, here. So Kopal is finished. Ah, this is also the circle here. So Kopal is finished scouting. Checha is finished scouting. So we want to look at these three here. So for example, Kopal has the E planet, which is decent, but more or less only the E planet that is decent. And the Barrett Ray system has D is decent, C is decent, but not as the first one. F is okay. H is okay. So this one is 3 candidates. And then we have Lima, of course. We have also... Where's the last one? Where's Checha? Where's Checha? Lima? Kopal? Baratwai? Checha. Oh, sorry, there's some... But this one has only... not great here, no. These are all bad. So the best system we have is Paraguay. But this is, of course, into the direction of the center. I don't think I want to risk... I mean, it's a really good one. If we can get this, and we get the system colonies here going, the ones that are good, that would be far powerful, because we can... Maybe we can snag 4 systems here. So Paraguay, Palich, Kalis, and Lima, I mean. So 4 systems in total, which is a lot, considering that we are playing against 5 or 6 other players. But the question is, who should we settle first? Something with decent industry, probably. So like D is a good one. 68% productivity. 48 habitability. 45, 48. 63, 51. I think H is the one we want to go for. So let's go here. So this one is a fertile planet. Yeah, let's take this one. So we are going to go risky. We take the colony ship. Do we want to fly there unopposed? 6 years. Yeah, I think we do this. Let's split out 1 cruiser. This one is faster. So we fly there with 1 cruiser and stay there for the moment, so that nothing happens to our colony ship if something suddenly is there for some reason. So let's do this. And the big question is still, do we want to do anything else? This filter. Do we want to colonize something else in here? I don't know. Let's go to Lima again. So this one here. Hey, why does it not work? Ah, it works. Okay. Let's think about it again. So Lima has only... Yeah, it's only the G planet which we could consider for now. But it only has 26 productivity. It would take a long time to get this one off the ground. It would get us a decent amount of population growth, but I think we want to delay this. Population is just an economy burden currently. Yeah, so we are going to delay this a little bit until we have on Lima C... Okay, on Lima B. Until we have reached 100,000 population. We could now do the tissue farm for more health, which means more growth. It will cost us 100 money to develop there. I think I'm going to queue this up there. We do have a decent economy on our home planet here. And 5% free health means 5% more growth, more or less. Which means we don't have to invest that much into the machines here to keep this one at 100% health and therefore grow relatively quickly. So I think I like this. And we do have 200 machine growth currently, which is very fast. We can see that we already have reached 35,000 bonus since we started the game here. So that's really good. And we can see here our past investment rates. So that's also quite useful. Big question is, can we somehow boost our science output? Probably only by getting the sea colony off the ground here, which is almost done now. So that's going to get us knowledge as well here. So that's a good one. We are up to 9 already. We go up to 12 when the campus is done in a month here. There we go. It's done. So now we are at 12. So that's all really good. And C now is going to do the technology campus here. We have already upgraded to 12,000 robots instead of 10,000. And I do think we are going to just keep at 0 investment rates here, because we can wait until we kick our population growth off the ground properly, because it's cheaper to get the planetary infrastructure going here, in which we invest machines as well. So that's
Research complete.
more or less what we do here. Now we go into radiation shielding to buff our colony ships further, which are... It's also a technology we want before we do our third one.
Research complete.
And here we also go into radiation shielding, so it's done in 4 years already. Which is actually, I think, faster than the colony ship that is arriving. Yeah, that's faster. Fascinating. I'm not sure that this will get buffed from this, but...
Fleet arrived.
So we see here the fleets that are flying to Baratwai to colonize our realm here. And actually we do have now enough money again to actually reduce our investment here. Yes, perfect. Nice. So we can grow our economy quicker and quicker. We can see also here that we do have a lot more machines than we have population, which is in general a good thing. Okay, we see here that we have a fleet here, 2 cruisers in our home system, so we're going to take them out, of course. There we go. And now actually we want to also Lima here, we want to keep making ships. Ah, yeah, are we already on that? So another Javelin and another cruiser is in the making. We do have 2-1 currently. We want 3-2 exactly. And then we probably want to build another 2 cruisers and another 2 Javelins after that. Maybe we have to do the colony ship in between. Let's see. So they are fighting it out again. Get some free experience from this.
Fleet arrived.
And yeah, another ship is finished. We could move this one in as well here though. So let's do this. And keep going.
Scan complete. Scan complete.
And our scouts are moving around the galaxy.
Scan
We could-
reveals bonus.
And we just got another money reward again. So I mean, we could consider to get another scout here, but I don't think I want to. Instead, we can now... we can't get lower then. Actually, we're going to go up to 95% here now. The big question is, do we maybe want to boost up our local projects again? We are at 92,000 here. So an additional 5,000 will not hurt us here. Let's do it. We do have the money to pay for all of this. Yeah, we do have half of our economy on reproduction purposes, so that's good. So let's keep going with that.
Scan complete.
Okay,
Scan complete.
so Chalice is also finished scouting by now. And we maybe... Where are our scouts currently? And don't have to use the filter here. Okay, so they are busy. I don't think I'm going to micromanage and to pilot here, but we can check out Callis here now. Callis is... Let's see, where is Callis now? What do we have in Callis? Callis here. Callis... it's not finished scouting yet. But it has a decent lava planet here, and it has a decent fertile planet here. So we have to wait until the others are finished, more or less.
Scan complete.
But our colony ship is also has almost arrived now.
Research complete.
Okay, radiation shielding is done. We go into either the happiness on all planets, or we go into habitability. Or to the microbiome. I don't think we need microbiome. Instead, I want mycelium. Then minus requirements for counselors is a good thing. And I think then we switch over to... Ooh, rocky planets. We have rocky planets, actually. I think I go this, and then this one. Because for the synthetic melanin, we need the microbiome. Productivity on all planets is nice. Development rate of civil project. I think that's not urgent. We maybe Oh, this one is almost done. So we can go into hypertransit here. Hypersonic transit. And then we get the copper nanotubes in a second as well.
Complete.
And the robotics hub has finished now. So we can... let's see our industry output by now. That of course cost us some money. But yeah, we are back to 200 output despite pushing our civilian projects here. Nice. We can also get clean comms here. Clean telecoms giving us 5% boost on all industry output. Which isn't worth it right now because we are not using industry output here. So we don't really need health, entertainment, finance, or research, but it's something we are going to need eventually, but not right now. Robot nursery would push up the population birth rate, which is something we can consider, but it also costs us 100 wealth in upkeep. I'm not sure that I want that right now because we already have the tissue farm, so this planet's going to get very expensive very quickly.
Research complete.
There we go. Copper nanotubes is done. And now we can consider if we want to do something in particular. So, for example, this one is now done. Opening up to the tungsten alignment here. We could get to mechanical policies. That's not bad. Reducing machine output. Yeah, but I think we don't need to boost anything here. The question is, can we boost something here? Yes, we want to get to the synthetic melanin. So we can actually boost up the microbiome. So let's do this one. So we have a synergy here.
Scan complete. Scan reveals bonus. Battle 1.
Okay, our battle is done. We can merge our fleet as well here. There we go. Oh, what was that? And now we fly home with the fleet to B. Lima B.
Fleet arrived.
And repaired. And actually here's also a ship that has finished, so we can merge them up as well. There we go. Now we have one big fleet.
Fleet arrived.
Okay, so our other fleets have arrived. So let's see. That's the cruiser. And in 1 year, the colony ship is going to arrive. Okay,
Fleet
let's
arrived.
get there. Say 1 year, 3 months.
Scan complete.
And
Scan complete.
yeah, everything progressing
Project
nicely here.
complete.
Industrial zone has finished on, that's probably the B planet that we own. So this one is now also doing nicely. We can see here that our graph is going up nicely. That's the B planet, and C has also now finished it. And we can also see that the graph is going exponentially up now. And I think we have the hospital as next one. Now this one is a rocky planet, so it has a high productivity, which means that we are actually going to do the robotics hub here as well next one after that. Because we can boost up our industry output here very quickly now. We are getting this growth is going to go exponentially up here now, very soon. I mean, it already is, but it will get quicker and quicker soonish.
Scan complete.
There, a lot of stuff is finished, and our colony ship has arrived. Yes, we can settle the planet. Here we go. Colonize another planet. And now we have to make the decision. Do we want a counselor or do we want machines on that planet? And actually, let's check it out again. We colonized... No, this one. Barrett by H. It has 51% productivity and 63 habitability. I mean, counselors are hard to get. But machines can kick off our growth rate. So we are going to pick the machines. Let's see where we are. Yeah, we found 15.8 thousand machines. So we are basically on par with the other colony we made. And now, of course, we are going to do the technology campus here. Use machines for this. Then the industrial zone. Then the hospital as well. So that's more or less the same for now. And yeah. So this one is also going to be going up quickly now. Nice. And then later when we need it, we can make more money on this planet if necessary. But right now our economy is booming quite well because of these quest reward that we... Not quest reward, because of that scouting reward that we found. Which is going to run out in a second.
Complete.
Okay, and the generators are done. So we can go into the alloys here. Let's get this one out of the way. And there we go.
Scan complete.
We have gone down a
Scan
little bit.
reveals bonus.
And we found more population that have settled on H on Barrett Way. So we already went up to 16.8k. So that's also a pretty significant boost of population here. But now we can go to Lima B here a bit and get us to 100% again. So let's just boost us up a tiny bit. And we already have surpassed the 100,000 machine capacity here. But we are still at only 78,000 population. So actually I'm going to consider investing into this now heavily, which is going to cost us machine. But we are going to get a lot more population growth from this because we want to get to 100k to get the next councillor now.
Project complete.
And there we go. And more ships are finishing. That's also very good. Yeah, so our expansion is progressing.
Scan reveals bonus.
We didn't
Enemy
find...
detected.
Okay, so we're just a random neutral fleet again. So we got a new objective again to destroy a fleet again. So that's going to come up regularly. And in this case... I mean, machines
We're
are
under
in...
attack.
Oh, wait a second, we are under attack. Fleet 1 is under... Okay, that spawned on our capital. Oh, that's interesting. So how much did spawn here? 2 cruisers. Okay, so that spawned on our capital planet, actually. To prevent these fleet spawns, we need to get the military tech... these electromagnetic membranes. That's going to reduce the frequency of rogue AI spawns in this star system. So that's going to be something we can get. And we also get less disruption from ships in orbit. I think we are going to get a negative here currently from ships in orbit. I'm not sure if that is visible somewhere. No, I think it's only happening when they control the orbit, which they currently don't. But yeah, it's all fine for now. And the battle will be quick because we have our massive fleet
Scan
there.
reveals bonus.
Okay, we found... Oh no, he got an upgrade from the found that he did. Yeah, so the
Enemy
question is now... What? Another enemy detected? Where? I mean, fleet 7. Oh, we... Okay, we have... That's why we have a ship here. So apparently there was an AI spawn here on our planet. That can happen depending on how much we produce. So that's why you need these kind of military technologies to prevent that. It's more or less to slow you down a bit. So, but that's why we wanted to move the fleet there. We are going to have to send reinforcements there as well. But that's something for the future. And yeah, I think we probably build something like this for now.
Scan reveals
Just
bonus.
build our fleet up further. Invest the machines that we have for this. And we just found another drop of population from a scout. So we are already up to 29,000. That was quick. Yeah, that's really quick. The problem is that it doesn't give us anything. So we don't really get anything from this. But we definitely want to build a space station on Barrett Rise so that we have an outpost in the other star system as soon as we can. But for that, of course, we need to grow up machines so that we can invest more into our projects here and be more efficient about it. But yeah.
Scan reveals bonus.
Okay, and we got another research reward which just finished 2 technologies. So we finished the structural mycelium. I think we go for the happiness here first. And we finished quantum banking, which is going to give us another income building. And now we go into... We can't do this one yet. So we go into automatic recycling, of course. And then we have to decide if we want to go cryptographic or if we want to go quantum logistics here. Now, this, however, means that we can do the quantum bank here, which is going to give us 500 income flat, which, for example, could pay for the robot nursery here. It could also pay for one of the mines that we maybe want to make, because a mine costs us 234 wealth to operate. That's only operation costs. But that would pay for a mine. I don't think we need the clean telecoms here yet. Robot nursery is something we definitely want on the capital. And then probably the beryllium mine. Because beryllium was the one we want, right? It was the one which gives us machine... No, we don't want beryllium. Let's do this. So we want... project machine requirements. So lead is good. Copper is good because it gives us a buff to all outputs, but we don't really use output currently. And machine production rate is tungsten. So tungsten is good, lead is good. These two we want. So I think we want to do tungsten here to buff our machine production rate. So tungsten it is. That's the one mine we can afford for now. On our capital only. Yeah. And while we wait for our population to grow, we have to decide where we want to go next. The Chalice is now finished scouting, so let's actually check it out. So Palich is going to get scouted next. And Checha, we checked that already, Checha. Chandra, Broadway. So Chalice would be, I think it was at the end, right? Yeah, Chalice is the last one, of course it's the last one. So Chalice has a pretty good H planet here. With 70% habitability, 80% defensibility, and 47% productivity. That's good. F is decent, G is decent. I mean, these won't be population hubs, but that's going to, they are going to produce a lot of machines. Therefore, they can produce money. C is a good fertile planet. And then we have B, which is a decent lava planet here. So in Chalice, we can definitely make a handful of colonies later on. So the thing is, how early do we want to invest into more colony ships now? And I'm not sure about this. So that's all new for me as well. But I think we are going to keep growing population for now. So that we get above 100,000, and then we go into, I think, one colony ship that we can send to Callis. Yeah, and we have to get the shipyard up on Barrett Rise, that we have a second planet that can make ships. We probably should also consider the shipyard here, but we need 20,000 population for this, and we are not going to get there quickly with 5 growth. 5 growth. Yeah, we need the hospital, which is going to finish soon. So that's good. 5 growth.
Enemy detected.
Okay, another fleet has spawned in. Ooh, that's bad. So that another 2 cruisers have spawned here. And we do have... So we are going to send... Oh, it's going to take 6 years. And until that point, the cruiser is dead. We still have to do it. So we're sending this over here, as our planet is going to get looted over time. Yeah, that was the problem that we went out of our home system. Because now we do have the problem that we don't have the fleet to defend this properly. That's what I meant with it's supposed to slow you down. Which also means that getting another planet here in Chalice is going to only cause us more trouble as well. Yeah, we have to get C up here to get the shipyard down. It also means that we have to get in Lemur, we have to get the next planet. So let's go there. And yeah, we have to settle the G planet for population growth and therefore for a shipyard. Yeah, that's going to be our next planet. The G planet for population growth and therefore more shipyards. I mean, we can boost up on Lima's B here. We can... Oh, we already are. We are already boosting our ship production here. Yeah, we have to continue building ships here as quickly as we can,
Battle
just to
won.
keep defending what we can. So Lima B, that's our main planet, would get more machines, or we get more research. In this case, I think we picked the research here.
Research complete.
And we finished a lot of stuff, actually. So we finished hypersonic transit now. And we can go to... development rate of civil projects, or we do machine cost for developing projects. Let's actually do the efficiency first, and then we go to mechanical policies or into the machine production. It's both good. And here...
Research
let's get the
complete.
magnesium. Oh, it's automatically finished. Ooh, that was a lot of value that we still had here. Stored up. I'm not sure if it's somewhere written down here. I don't know. So now the question is, do we have some kind of synergy that we want to aim for? So structure... We could aim for mechanical manifolds here. And orbit structure architecture is the one which is leading to the capital shipyard, which is very good, but it requires 2.5 million machines. We are very far away from that. We are going for tungsten, though. Let's go for tungsten. So we aim for mechanical manifolds here. So we want tungsten and add lead alloys. Tungsten... Oh, there's a lot of stuff that has finished. Really a lot of stuff that has finished. I think we're going to delay this one further because it costs 500 worlds to operate. We don't have that money for this right now. Combat simulator we don't need either, but we can get to the frigate here. And then we go here for the tungsten alloys, yes. And then probably for the lead alloys. Yeah, I think that's what we want. These two we want now. Interesting. So, Lemur. Wait a second, this fleet here, this is repairing now, and there's no other fleets are here. The other fleet is on its way to our other colony here. So in hindsight, we should have taken G first before we went to the other star system. But that's just things you learn over time. And I'm still very new to this game. So now we have reached the point where we actually have to go into finance investments here to keep our efficiency at 100%. Civil project, let's see what we could do. We can go for the clean telescope here, telecoms, I mean. But it's only getting us 5% efficiency. These are all resources that we could get afterwards. I don't want that. So we're going to finish this one up here. Tissue farm. Yeah, more health, more growth.
Project complete.
Where are we actually with growth? We are at 89,000, so we a little bit more than we can get started on the capital ship. And this one, the Quantum Bank, is going to fix our economy issues again. But we still have around 40,000 investing into more machines. So that's all good
Project
still.
complete.
And we finished AI heuristics. So we get more science output again. 0.2 knowledge research per planet. That's a good baseline because we have 3 planets, of course. We got a bit of benefit here because this one is feeding into quantum supercomputing. So now we can only do quantum data analysis. It's going to get us 5% more boosting, which means that these side connections are more efficient. Not important right now, but now our economy has dropped again from this because a building has finished. So we're going to still fix everything with the capital city here for now. Yeah. Now the thing is why I'm not building that clean telecoms here, because we only get plus 5%. And as you can see here, we get 558 from this. And additional 5% would only get us about 25 money. So it's not paying for itself yet. We have to grow. We are going to grow quickly soon. Because when the bank has finished, we can remove all finance investments again. But we are down to 29,000 machines now producing, which isn't a lot. Because this bank is extremely expensive with 30,000 machines investment. So that's a big issue for us right now. It's a very big investment into our economy, slowing us down and speeding us up in the future. Yeah.
Enemy detected.
Hey, we found our first other faction. So where's that? In Palage. Oh no, they snagged this system. Oh, that's even their capital actually. So they spawned here. Next to us. Okay, this pushes us even further into the hands of Kalis and Baratrai. So these are the things we want to take control of here. And we can see here that they actually have worse population and worse machines and a lot less science. But they do have more ships, which is a problem. I'm not sure what this one is. You can see that probably here. Star system inhabited. Okay, so they only are in their own star system so far. They only have 2 planets for now. Yeah. But we are a faction that gets the... We have a starting benefit, more or less, from the technology campus. Because it gives us money. So we are stronger in the early game, but we do lack the late game bonuses compared to other factions. So the Peacekeepers, I'm not even sure what they get as a benefit. Can I check that somewhere? I'm not sure. Maybe I can check it somewhere. We do have a, as I said, we do have a starting bonus. We do lack a late game bonus in my opinion. Not sure, but as we can see, we do need more ships. Because if they would attack us, they could easily defeat us right now. Because half of our fleet is going to be occupied here in Baratrai. And we don't have enough ships to defend our home base against their army if they want to go for us. Which I hope they don't. I'm not sure how we do diplomacy yet, because I didn't play it enough as of yet. But who knows, we're going to find it out. We can also see here that our global bonuses, because we do have 3 counselors distributed about our planets, that we get some bonuses colony-wide, or empire-wide. So fixed 100% health and 0.3% growth on colony ships. So our population on the colony ship is growing on its own a bit when they fly, which is nice. And we got less construction costs for colony ships from this here. We also get minus 250% less development costs for machines on projects, which means that they just take less of your machines to do. But of course we want to have other benefits here. For example, the prosperity finisher effect on 8 is 2.5% happiness per council level. So when we get to 4 councillors on our main planet, so which is the B here, we would get the next council level at 4 councillors. We currently only have 1. Then we would get another level, which means we would get 5% happiness from this finisher effect. But of course we are far away from this. And of course the victory condition is to have 500 councillors, so that takes a while until we reach that. We have 4 now. Yeah, 4? Wait a second. 4 councillors, 3 delegates. Not sure how that calculation works. Councillors needed for senators. Ah, okay, we get senators from a total amount of councillors. So getting to prosperity 8 requires 255 councillors. Wow. So that's really hard to get. But yeah, that's hard to get.
Project complete.
Okay, ships are finishing. And now we have to manage our fleet here. But I'm going to make a cut in this episode here. So leave a like and subscribe if you like it. I'm not sure how much I will continue this, but maybe I'm going to make another recording. So, yeah. See you next time.